Hi there folks, it's Handmade by Shirley and welcome back to my channel. Come on to do another of the Gummy Pan mystery bag. So what I would do, I went from the mystery bag, I thought I would do this paint roller. Now I've not cut it out yet, but what I thought I'd do was, instead I was going to do some paint splats. I didn't know what to do for that because I don't really have anything. Well, I could have done the splatters, but I don't like have smaller brushes or anything I can put it on to this with this in my Gummy Pan. I don't even think I've got it in any other dies. So I've decided just to come on with a, cut this out a couple of times, maybe more. And still do something onto this piece of card, which is the Multifarious Lavinia. I've got a base card 5x5 square base, and that's just gone all, I don't know what's that's on there. Anyway, turn it round, and I will cut it down to size. This one, I might have to cut some of that off as well. So what I thought was I'd cut this out a couple of times. So let's just actually could maybe use some of this card, or I have got scraps up here as well that I could use. Let's see, perhaps I could use this linen card, and I could do it, cut it out a few times. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do because, as I say, I don't have any brushes or paint pots that I can use on the front of the card, so I thought I'd just have to use this as is, but I have thought of a way I can do it. So I'm going to cut out this roller a few times. I've got my die cutter over to this side for a change. You can see my arm probably going. Because I moved things about a bit, so that should be cut the first time. Yep, so just tease that out. It comes out really nicely, doesn't it? Yeah, so there's one. Do another one as well, because I'll probably stack them. So do another one. A very busy week this week. I seem to do that. I seem to have weeks where I've got absolutely very little on, and then I have weeks that I've got everything on. It's just trying to fit everything in is really quite difficult. Anyway, sometimes life is like that and you just can't do everything, so you have to prioritise, I suppose, what's more important, don't you? So I'll stack. If I need to cut out another one or two, I will. So we'll just do that just now. That to the side. There we go. And then what I thought I'd do on this piece of Multifarious, the reason I'm using it is because I'm going to put some ink on it. So this card measures 5x5 squared, and this measures just about 4 1/16 roughly. So if I just do that way round, then that'll give us a square. It's not going to give us a very big square, but I can put something at the back of it as a layer. This isn't cut very well. I have changed my blade on my trimmer, but still being a bit annoying, isn't it? Still not cutting quite nicely. I'm just going to take my scissors along there. See if that'll help. So I will put a bit of a layer as well, I think, behind it. But for now, what I thought, I got quite a wide, well, it's not that wide, but I've got a broader, sort of broadish brush. And this is one of my good brushes. I've got a couple of sets of these because the reason being was I, excuse me, I'm in a choir, and it's a community choir in Scotland here, in my local, well, my local town, and we were doing, it was to do with COP26, and I drew a poster. Well, it's a poster on some fabric. So I got, because my choir was singing a song, we composed a song, and we sang it at a local place outdoors, and it was all to do with COP26. So I used, cut a long story short, I used brushes for that because we were painting onto fabric and the choir members were helping me. So I got a couple of these, and they're really, really good. Daler Rowney, and they're really worth it if you do ever want brushes, that's all I'm saying. So what I thought I'd do is I would get some of my Oxides, and I would just paint a couple of lines as if the roller has just pulled back and left the colour. So I need some water for this, and I'm just wondering where my water is because it was in the vicinity. And now I don't see it. Put it away. Over here, just bear with. It's just over here. There we go. That's it. Got it. I would like to have my space like Christine Stokes has hers, all in, you know, it's just there to hand. So anyway, I'm going to just spritz into the top of the lid of this peacock feathers. I think that was peacock feathers. I think it is. So I'm going to wet my brush, and then I'm going to go in and take some of that ink off into the lid. Like that. And then I'm just going to drag my, now I'll probably want a little bit more than that. So I'm just going to make it a wee bit darker. And I just want it to look like that, so that's fine. And then I'm going to then wash my brush off because I want to go to another colour. I'm just washing the inside of that as well because I don't want it to be going on the ink. So that was peacock feathers for that first one. And then I'd quite like the wilted violet next. And I'm just going to do exactly the same. I'm going to put a little bit into here and get my brush and make sure it's more or less still got a bit of blue on it. I suppose it won't matter too much. And then just do it again because I want it a wee bit more. And it doesn't matter if it's like that, that's fine, because then it looks like it's actually been pulled down, swiped down. I'm just going to do this wee bit as well over there. That's fine, and that's fine as well. And then I'm going to just come in with a different colour. So put piece to the side. I'm going to get my squeezed lemonade. Squeezed lemonade. I keep calling it squeezed lemon. It's actually squeezed lemonade, isn't it? So just make sure that's kind of cleaned off. Same thing into here. And then it's still got a wee bit purple on it, so just wash it a wee bit more and get rid of that bit. Let's try it now. Yeah, that's better. And then just get some of that on to here. There we go, and then we can just go straight onto the pad, and then that gets a wee bit darker. And I might do one just there. So I kind of like the way the brush strokes are. It gives it quite a good look. And so that's really all I'm going to do, actually. That's the simplest thing I can think to do. I will colour in my I'm going to colour in this, oh dear. So I'll give it a wee blast with the heat tool. So I'm wondering if that technique actually would have been better to just drag the colours actually down. So I probably could have just dragged the colours down. So let's try it and see what it looks like with the colours just being actually dragged down on with the actual pads themselves. You might get a slightly different effect. Let's just see. And that's okay, but let's just see if we can get a slightly different effect. Obviously, excuse me, it won't be going into the, it won't be like going into the water. So let's just see. So I don't want the whole bit, so I just want a wee bit of that. So yeah, that might look better actually as if it's been painted. That's quite nice. Use similar colours to that, so I just don't want to go around the whole kind of bit either. Just kind of look like it's been dragged a bit more, doesn't it? So there's that way of doing it as well, and then let's just do a bit of the lemonade, and then you can pull it further down a bit as well there. So yeah, that could be a good effect as well. Let's just do some of this one lipstick as well, so we could do a wee bit more over the top of that and bring it down a wee bit more. It's not so good because I've not kind of yeah, so it does do a similar effect. Yes, it's okay. I actually think I prefer this to the other one because I think the other one just doesn't look quite as, you know, streaky enough and looks like brush marks. I think it's just too solid looking. So I might just go with this one. So I'll still give it a wee dry off. So let's cut it back down to size. We'll want to cut it to sort of 4. So I'm going to cut this bit away because it's a bit, what's that, 4 already. So if I do it this, oh, I've just went and put stuff on it, haven't I? So let's just chop a wee bit off here. Start off with. And then let's just do, so I'm just doing it at 4 all the way around. Okay. I don't know why that has to do that. Now I'm just going to chop that bit off because it's annoying me. That's it now at 3 3/4. Let's check if we've got 3 3/4 here. That's it. So what I'm going to do now is I've got that, but I think I want to put a bit of matte layer behind it. So let's find a bit of paper here that we've got here. So just using these light colours again. So I think what I might use this time is a bit of the purple just to put behind it. So try again. Oh, banging the camera. Sorry everybody. So that was, what did I say, 3 3/4. So if I make that 4 1/4. So, yeah, here's the base card. I've lost it. I lost the base card. Is it here? Here it is. So, yeah, I'm still not quite happy with that. I think I want to do it again. So I'm just going to do it on the back. So I've done a layer of 4 and, what was it, 4 1/4 for the layer. The base card's 5 by 5 and this piece is 3 3/4. So let's try it again because I'm still not quite happy with what I did. I want to kind of make it less thick. Right, let's try it then. Let's try something else. So let's go for some pumice stone. So I'm going to just drag that to there and I'll do another bit there. Okay. And I'm just using the edge of the ink pad. So if you've got smaller ink pads that are in distress oxides, it might be easier to use. So let's just do the same here. Now I'm not going to try and drag it down as far, but I did. So just to make it look like it's a, you know, it's like a painted, I suppose, on a roller is different, so it's not going to be quite the same. So really that would be for brushes, I suppose. So we probably could have that other one. So we're going to use broken china next. I'm just going to come down a little bit there as well. I think that looks okay. And then I'm going to go for the pickled raspberry as well, which I'm going to try and just come in. Quite hard to do. Don't want to get it contaminated with the others. me see if I can hold this without getting stuff all over the place. I think I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't think I can. I'm trying to do it without contaminating it. Let's try the broken china again. So let's just try and do that a wee bit better. I think that's okay. So I'm going to dry it off, and then I'm going to put it together, and then we're going to be finished. Okay, so I'm just going to get this dried off, and then I'll be back. Right, so I've come back, I've dried that off, I've got my alcohol pens. I'm going to just pop these together, doubled up, and then we can I think glue. I'll glue it after I've coloured in this roller. So I'm trying to think what's a roller like. So it can be anything really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the grey and these two lighter grey. And before I put it together, I'm just going to colour it in. So this is the darker grey, so I'm just going to go in, not on that end at all, with, I'll just go around this piece here, like that, and just colour that in. There we go. And then this piece here, just going to go down the middle, and then I'll go back down with the edge, the darker edges. I think so. I'm just going to go up that side and make that a lighter side, and then I can go in with the other darker piece, find the thin line, and then I'll go over them both again. Like that. And then over them both with the thicker bit because I'm blending it in. That's better. There we go. And then I think for the actual, so I think probably, let me see, so I'm thinking if that is going to the side and that sort of, let me see. So if I pop a piece of some of the blue and some of the pink on, that might kind of work, maybe. A little bit of, just a wee bit on there. Maybe like that, and a little bit of the blue. What blue would that be? Let's just get a bit of blue as well. And then I just think I'm going to put in some of this ecru colour over here, just to cover the rest of the brush in, like that, and just go over them both, and that just kind of looks like it's been dragged through there. So let's get this together. So we're going to pop this on top of this. So just pop some little bit of glue onto there, a wee bit onto here, too much, and oh, totty bits onto that wee bit there. And then I'm going to pick it up and just put it over the top like so. Pick it up and get it in place. So I'm just lining all these pieces up as much as possible. There we go. Oh, that's a bit out of alignment there. So because if you use wet glue, it's much easier to then slide it kind of into place. And then it's definitely much easier to do that. There we go, and then that's going to go in there. And I have actually got, I've got the piece of lilac I'm going to use now. What have I done with it? Oh jeez, here. But I've also got a black piece because I think it needs something as well too. So this lilac piece was 4 1/4. So if I make the black piece 4 1/2, I need to get my trimmer again. So I've got it here. I'll keep that there as well. So 4 1/2, I said, didn't I? That. There we go. And then, so let's just get these all put together, and then we can add a sentiment, and then we'll be done. So, let's see. So that's right. So that will go on top of there, and then that will go on top of there, and then this can just sort of come on the side like that. Or we could do it this way, and it could be there, and we could have a wee sentiment. I think that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to actually just chop that tiny wee bit off that's showing white at the very, very top there. Just so it looks like, I know that's now not going to be quite the same size, so I think we're just going to chop a wee bit more there, and that makes it just a bit more square. So let's get sticking this down. So black first, which measures 4 1/2, and then the next piece measures 4 1/4. The next piece measures 4, just under 4 now, because obviously I slightly chopped it. So pop that onto there, make sure it's less, don't get glue all over it, and then make sure it's not quite straight, take that back off. Before you stick it down, don't, that's better I think, and that won't be seen thankfully. Then I put my next layer on. I'm going to put it on this way because I've noticed now there was a few wee marks up there, so let's just pop it on this side. And we're going to have it tenfold. So now pop that layer on as straight as you think it is, and then stick it down. And I'm going to get my bone folder because I've got a bit of a ridge there from cutting. That's fine. And then pop this on here. So let's just put some. Now this was really easy. This was just so easy. Now I'm going to come on again and do more things. I'm going to use some more things, different ideas and techniques. So just make sure that is straight-ish. That's okay, and I don't know why there's a yellow mark there, but there seems to be. There we go. So here's this. So I think I'm just going to pop it on there, and then I'm going to, or I could pop it on at this side, like that, and then add a sentiment. Perhaps that's a better idea. So just a little bit of glue on all these bits. Not too much. That's it, and then I'll just come in slightly offset on the corner here. There we go. And then I've got some nice little greetings here that I've had for a wee while, and I'm just going to, well, I just actually got them, they're quite new, I've not really had it for a wee while, so it could pop one of those on there, maybe that one, or let's see what we've got. What's this one? Birthday. Anniversary of one's birthday, to celebrate a day to remind you just how special you are, a day when you can eat as much cake as you like. Oh yes. And this is It's Your Time to Bloom. I don't know if that's appropriate. Let's see what else of the no. So many. What does that say? Wishing you the most wonderful day. No. There's so many to choose from. So this was Julie Hickey Designs, and it's assorted sentiments. And you can also foil these as well if you wanted. Happy birthday would be okay. We just pop happy birthday on. Let's do that. So just a bit of glue on the back of these because these aren't self-adhesive ones. Just get rid of that. And then I can just pop that to the edge there, make sure it's straight-ish. And then that's it. So, hope you've enjoyed watching that simple card. So you could do it that way where you swipe, or you could do it this way where you use the brush to make brush strokes. So thanks for watching, and please, if you've not subscribed already, please do subscribe. Please keep sharing, and I look back forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye for now.